So, dear students, this is our sixth video on the determinant. In this video, we will study what are the minor, cofactor, adjoint, and inverse of the square matrix. So, let us start with the minors. What is the meaning of a minors of a square matrix? So, here minors. The minor of an element, the minor of an element Aij, the minor of an element Aij of a square matrix A, square matrix A is a determinant obtained on deleting the row and column of it is Ai. Now see here, A is a square matrix. Suppose A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A33. It is a square matrix. Now we want to write down the minor of it is A11. So minor of it is A11. It is denoted by capital M. It is 11 like this. M11. It can be obtained by deleting the row and deleting the column. That is nothing but it is A22, A23, A32, A33. That is the minor of it is A11. Similarly, let us see here. Let us see what is the minor of A13. It is denoted by minor of A13. That is obtained by deleting the column and deleting the row. That is given by A21, A22, A31, A32. Write down the minor of it is, for example, row and deleting the column, given by it is A11, A13, A31, A31. It is A33, A33. So like this, we can write down the minor of each and every element of the square matrix. Here one thing we note here, that if the given matrix is of order 3, then the minor has order 2. That is, minor has always one less than the order of the given matrix. So these are all the minor subjects. Now if the minors are considered along with the appropriate sign, it is called cofactor. What are the appropriate signs? We have already know the appropriate sign is given by, here it is minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Look here, these are the appropriate sign of this. Now cofactor we are writing here, minus, here it is. The cofactor should be considered along with the appropriate sign. For example, here we are writing the cofactor of this. Cofactor are denoted by capital A. Capital A, it is the first row, second column. Cofactor of the element of first row, second column. And here the appropriate sign for this is given by minus sign. Delete the column, delete the row. That is A21, A23, A31, A33. Cofactor. Similarly, we can write the cofactor of it is A22. Cofactor of the element of second row and second column, that is this one. So here look, the corresponding sign is, it is positive, so it will be positive. Delete the column, delete the row. It is 1 1 A13. It is A3. Now again we can write the cofactor of it is, for example, it is A21. Cofactor of the element of second row first column, that is this one. So appropriate sign is here minus. We should take minus. Delete the column, delete the row. So here it is. Delete the column and delete the A13, A32. It is A33. So these are the So now minors and cofactors play a very important role in finding out the adjoint of the matrix, inverse of the matrix, and this. It has some properties also. Now let us mention the properties of the minors and cofactors. So let me write here minors and cofactors. The given matrix, it is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So here it is the given matrix, suppose. Now first important property is that the sum of the products of the elements of any row or column with the cofactor of the same row is always equal to the value of the determinant of it. That is, for example, we take the first row here and we multiply the cofactor of the first row. It is A12, it is 12, plus it is A13, it is A13, that is equal to, it is the value of the determinant. Whatever value of the determinant of A will be there, that is given by value. Similarly, whatever this is there, you can take the second row, third row, it will be true. Similarly, column wise also you can take. Let us take column wise. Second column, for example, let us take. We take the element of the second row, multiply with the cofactor of the same row, the same column. A12, A22, plus it is A22, it is A22, plus A32, it is A32, that is equal to determinant of it. Therefore, from this we come to know that the sum of the products of the elements of any row or column of a square matrix with the cofactor of the same row is always equal to the determinant of it. So we write down this property: the sum of the product of the elements of any row bracket or column of a square matrix with the cofactor of same row or column is equal to the value of the determinant. The value of the determinant. This is the first property of the elements of any square matrix with the cofactor of the same matrix here. Second property, let us study. What is the second property is there? Second property is this: the elements of any row with the cofactor of any other row is multiplied and added, the value will be 0. So we will give example here and then we write down it. So second, see here, if we take the element of the first row and multiply with the cofactor of the third row, for example, it is plus 1 2 a3 2 a13 a33 is equal to 0, because we have multiplied, we have taken the element of the first row and multiplied with the cofactor of the third row and added, the value will be 0. You can take column wise also. For column wise you can take second column, for example, and multiply by the third column, cofactor of third column. It is 2 2 into a23 plus it is a32, it is a33 is equal to 0. These are the, so we can write the sum of the products of elements of any row or column of a square matrix with the cofactor of, instead of same row, other row or other column of the other row are is equal to 0. That is the second very important point. It is very easy to verify. Easily we can find out the cofactors, multiply them and add them, and we get the answer. It is very simple to verify. But here, to solve the problem, it is necessary to remember. What is the meaning of? We'll define what is the meaning of adjoint of a square matrix. So, adjoint of a square matrix is defined as the transpose of matrix of cofactor. That is, the adjoint of square matrix is the transpose of matrix of cofactors. Matrix of cofactors of the given matrix. Is called its adjoint. Its adjoint matrix. So here, what it is, let me write down. One square matrix A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. This is a square matrix. And now we find out the cofactor of each and every element. It will be clear while solving the problem. So that will call the matrix of cofactors. Matrix of cofactor, it is given by cofactor of this A11 is, suppose capital A11, A12, A13, A21, it is A22, it is A23, A31, it is A32, it is A33. Now this is the matrix of cofactor. If you take the transpose of this, it will become adjoint. Let us recall what is the meaning of transpose. Transpose is a matrix which is obtained by interchanging rows into columns. So here, if you take the transpose of this, it is called adjoint and denoted by adjoint of it is A. And it is given by, to take the transpose, first row will become first column. First row will become first column. Second row will become second column. third row will become, it is third column. So here this is called as the adjoint of A. So here only the process of finding of the adjoint will be clear. To find out the adjoint of any square matrix, we have to find out the cofactor of each element, form its matrix, and then take the transpose of this, that will be the adjoint of A. So this is the simple that is the definition for the adjoint of it is A here. Theorem A into adjoint of A. Now we prove a theorem that is A into adjoint of A, or adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. So let us consider this. If A is a square matrix, then A into adjoint of A is equal to adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. So this is the property of the one important theorem is there. Let us prove it. So here already we have let us prove this for the third order matrix. So A into adjoint of A. Adjoint of A already we have written here. So consider it is A into adjoint of A. So A is given by, it is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A third matrix A here. Now adjoint already we have calculated here, we have written, let us write down directly. That is given by here, it is A11, A21, A31, it is A12, it is A23, it is A33. A33. Let us multiply. Let multiplication of the matrices. Already we have studied the matrices here. First row, first column. First element is multiplied with the first element of second. Here we consider row here, and that is should be considered as column only. Plus it is A12, A12 plus A13, it is A13. First row, first column. Now first row, second column. First row, second column means A11, A21, A12, A22 plus A13, A23. So here next first row, third column, that is A11 plus A12, A32 plus A13, A33. So first row is multiplied with all columns of the second matrix. Now we shift to the second row here of the first matrix. Then we multiply with the first column, with the second column, then with the third column. That is A21, A11, A22, A12, A23, A13. Then second row, second column, A21, A21, A22, A22, A23 into A2, it is 3. Now second row, third column, that is A21, it is A31 plus A22, A32 plus it is A23, it is A33. Second row with all columns is over. Now we have to multiply the third row. To multiply the third row, look here. Third row, first column, third row, second column, third row, third column. So we write A31, A11, A32, A13 plus it is A33, it is A13. Third row, second column, A31, A21, A32, A22, A33, it is A23. Then third row, third column, A31, A31, A32, A32, A33. If you look here, the first element is sum of the product of the element of first row and cofactor of first row here. By the first property of this here, its value is given by it is equal to the determinant of it. Now see here elements are from first row, but the cofactors are from the second row. So when by the property its value is 0. Similarly, that is also 0. Now you see here element of the second row, cofactor of the first row, that is value will be 0. And here determinant of it is 0. It is 0. It is also 0. See carefully, that is determinant of it. We know out of 0 we can take anything common. We multiply, we can take determinant of A common. And what remains is here 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, and you can see this is nothing but the unit matrix denoted by I. It is I. Therefore we have proved that A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. Similarly, first we can take adjoint of A into A. By the same way, we can prove that its value is also equal to determinant of A into I. This is an important problem, and it gives the formula to find out the inverse of a given matrix here. Adjoint of find the adjoint of A is equal to 133, 143, 134. Verify that A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. Determinant of A into I. Now you see here, because determinant of A is there, first let us find out the value of the determinant of A. So we convert it into determinant. It is a matrix, and we convert it into determinant. Expand the matrix. Determinant, it is 16 minus 9 minus the row wise expansion, 4 minus 3, 3 into it is 3 minus 4. So it is 7, it is minus 3, minus it is 3. That is equal to the 1. So this is the value of the determinant of A. Now to find out, we start finding out it is the adjoint here. To find out the adjoint here, we have to find out the cofactor of each and every element. So each and every element, let us start with cofactor of first row, first column. Element of the first row, first column, that is 1. Here, let us write down the appropriate sign here. Let me write here plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Because for the cofactor we need the appropriate sign. So here sign is plus. Now delete the row and delete the column. What remains is here 4 3 4 3 3 4. Multiply 16 minus 9, that is equal to here it is 7. Now cofactor of element of first row second column, that is here sign should be taken as minus. It will delete the column and row 1 3 1 4, that is minus, it is 4 minus 3, that is equal to here it is minus A13, that is sign is here plus, the delete the column and delete the row 1 4 1 3, that is equal to 3 minus 4, that is equal to minus 1. Now A second row first column, sign is here it is minus, delete the row, delete the column, this is here it is 3 3, it is 3 4, so that will be minus, it is 12 minus 9, that is equal to minus 3. Now A second row second column, sign is here plus, delete the column, delete the row 1 3, it is 1 4, that is equal to 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. So here A, it is second column, second row third column is given by here it is this one, it is sign is it is minus here, that is its cofactor is given by here minus, it is 1 3 1 3, because two rows are identical the value will be 0. A, it is third row first column, sign is plus, it is 3 3 4 3, that is equal to 9 minus it is 12, that is equal to minus 3. Now A3 2, that is equal to sign will be minus here, it is 1 3 1 3, again two rows are identical the value will be 0. A3 3, sign is plus, 1 3 1 4, it is 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. We got all the cofactors. Now let us form the matrix of cofactors. Matrix of cofactors is given by, look here it is 7 minus 1 minus 1 minus 3 1, it is 0 minus 3 0 1. This is the matrix of cofactor. If you take the transpose of this, it will become the adjoint. So transpose is given by, it is adjoint of A is equal to, that is given by, the first row will become first column, second row will become second column, third row will become third column. This is the adjoint of it is A. Now after that we have to verify that A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. Let us see. A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into R. I. Consider A into adjoint of A. A is given by 1 3 3, 1 4 3, 1 3 4 into adjoint we have calculated here, it is 7 minus 3 minus 3 minus 1 1 0 minus 1 0 1. Let us multiply. First row first column, 1 into 7, 3 into minus 1, 3 into minus 1. First row first column. First row, second column, 1 into minus 3, 3 into 1, 3 into 0. First row, third column, 1 into minus 3, 3 into 0, 3 into 3. Now you see here, second row, 7, minus 4, minus 2, minus 3, plus 4. It is plus 3 into 0 is 0 here. It is minus 3 plus 0 plus 3. Here it is. Last row we take 7 minus 3 minus 4. Minus 3 plus 3 plus 0. It is minus 3 plus 0 plus 4. Now you see here, it is this is. See what is the value here it is. Now we can write it is 1, 0, it is 0, 0, it is 1, it is 0, 0, 0, 1. Now here this matrix into 1 we can write, and 1 is the value of the it is the determinant of A. We have seen already. So by that we can write it is 1 into this we can write, and 1 is equal to it is the determinant of A, and this is nothing but the unit matrix size, hence the value, the formula is verified, and that is the required answer. Now, how to find out the adjoint of a second order matrix? So I will give you a trick. Look here carefully. A is a matrix. Here it is A, B, it is C, D. We have to write down the adjoint because it contains only one element. For example, cofactor of A means only D will be there, like that. So therefore, directly we can write adjoint by this thing. That is, here what we do is we write D, and here it is minus B minus C. Look here. What we have done here? Here we have interchanged the element on principal diagonal. AD, DA. And we have changed the sign of the secondary diagonal. Automatically it gives the adjoint. See, for example, it is A is equal to it is minus 2, 3, 7, 5. It is this. We have to write down the adjoint. Adjoint is given by it is here it is 5 minus 2. Interchange the element of the principal diagonal. Then change the sign of the secondary diagonal. That gives that. Simple. And whatever problem asks, the same thing we have directly take the adjoint here and do the problem. Now we will study what is the meaning of a singular matrix. So, singular matrix, or when a matrix is called singular. A square matrix A is called singular if the value of its determinant should be 0. If the value of determinant is 0, then it is called a singular matrix. Let us give example here. A second order matrix we can write here. It is you expand it. Determinant of A, you know, it is 12. 12 minus it is 12, that is equal to 0. Therefore, it is a singular matrix. Now, in third order also we can write down here it is now see here. It is a singular matrix because if you convert into determinant, first column and third column are identical, the value will be 0. So therefore, it is a singular matrix. If a matrix, if the value of A is not, matrix is not equal to 0, it is called non-singular matrix. So a matrix is called non-singular. If the determinant of A, it is called non-singular. Non-singular. If it is not equal to 0. For example, here, you can give example here. It is not equal to 0 here. Similarly, it is a non-singular, both are non-singular matrix. Because the value of the determinant is not 0. Now, what is the meaning of invertible matrix? Invertible matrix, let us define. Invertible matrix. A square matrix A is invertible matrix. Is invertible matrix if there exists a matrix B of same order such that it is A into B or B into A is equal to I. That means if the product of two matrices is the unit matrix, then both will be inverse of each other. And B is denoted by it is A inverse. So we can write, substituting the value here, A into A inverse or A inverse into A is equal to I. That is the relation for the invertible matrix A into, and that is the use. Now we will find out a formula to find out the inverse of a matrix. B is called the inverse of A, and we can write down here B is called inverse of A. Inverse of it is A. So this is the meaning of the inverse of the matrix here. Now, here already we have proved this formula. We have A into adjoint of A is equal to adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. Because A is already non-singular, so therefore we can divide it by determinant of A. Since A is non-singular, we can divide it by dividing by determinant of A. So we get A into it is adjoint of A divided by determinant of A, or adjoint of A into determinant of A into A is equal to it is, that is equal to determinant of A into I. Equation 1. Now to this equation we compare this equation. Comparing with A into A inverse or A inverse into A is equal to I. This is already divided. It is I equation 2. We conclude that from 1 and 2 we can conclude that A inverse is equal to 1 by the determinant of A into adjoint of A, which form a formula to find out the inverse of a given matrix. So now, how to find out the inverse matrix? Let us solve some problem based on this. After. Find the inverse of the matrix. Find the inverse of the matrix. 2 minus 2. It is 4, 3. Before finding out the inverse, we have to check up whether it is a singular or non-singular, because if it is a singular matrix, inverse does not exist. So that's why it is 6 minus 8 cannot be 0. We can find out this here. First, let us find out the value of the determinant type. We converted into determinant. That is 6 minus of minus plus it is 8. That is 40. Now, adjoint. We have the technique of writing this adjoint of second order here. We interchange the element of principal diagonal and change the sign of second diagonal. See, adjoint. We have the formula A inverse is equal to, it is 1 by the determinant of A into adjoint of A. That is 1 by the determinant of A is given by 14 and adjoint we have it is 3, 2 minus 4, 2. That is equal to, if you write down, it is A inverse is equal to, it is 3 by 14, 2 by 14 means 1 by 7. 4 by means 2 by 7. It is 1 by 7. That is the inverse of the matrix A. We have to find out if the second order, then this is the method to find out the inverse of the matrix A. Now, let us find out the inverse of a third order matrix. Find the inverse of 1, 0, 0. 0 cos alpha sin alpha. It is 0 sin alpha. It is minus cos alpha. Find the inverse of, this is the third order matrix. Let us find out the inverse of it. So again, the question arises here that it is a singular matrix or non-singular matrix. For this, first let us find out the value of the determinant of it. Converted into determinant. Expand. It is 1 into it is minus cos square alpha minus it is sin square alpha. We take minus common. It is cos square alpha plus sin square alpha. You know that is equal to, it is minus 1 which is not 0. Therefore, we can find out the inverse of this matrix. Let us start finding out the cofactor. So here, first cofactor of first element, first row, first column. Then delete the row, delete the column. Cos alpha, sin alpha, minus cos alpha. Now, it is minus cos square alpha minus sin square alpha. As we have seen already here, cos square alpha plus sin alpha square alpha, that is also it is minus. A first row, second column. Sin will be minus. Delete the column, delete the row. It is 0 sin alpha, 0 minus cos alpha. We know in the determinant one complete column is 0, the value will be 0. So here, A first row, third column. Sin is positive. So delete the column, delete the row. 0 cos alpha, it is 0 sin alpha. Again one complete column is 0, the value will be 0. Next. it is first column. Sign will be minus this one. So delete the row, delete the column. 0, 0, sin alpha minus cos alpha. Again the value will be 0 because one complete row is 0. Now second row, second column, this one. Sign will be plus. So 1, 0, it is 0 minus cos alpha. So it is minus cos alpha. It minus 0. 8, 2, 3. Sign is minus 0. It is 1, 0. It is 0 sin alpha. That is minus sin alpha. A cofactor of third row, first column. Sign is positive. This one. So delete the column, delete the row. Cos alpha, sin alpha. That is also 0. A 3, 2. Sign will be minus. It is 1, 0, 1, 0. It is cos alpha, sin alpha. That is minus sin alpha. A 3, 2. Yes. A 3, 3. Sign will be plus. 1, 0. It is 0. It is cos alpha. Now this will be, it is cos alpha. We got all the cofactors. Then we have to write down the matrix of cofactors. That is given by here minus 1, 0, 0. It is 0 minus cos alpha minus sin alpha. 0 minus sin alpha, it is cos alpha. If you take the transpose of this, we will get the adjoint of this. So here, let me write adjoint of it. The first row will become first column, second row will become second column, third row will become third column. This is adjoint of it. Now we have the formula A inverse is equal to 1 by the determinant of A into adjoint of A. Determinant of A is given by minus 1. Adjoint it is here 0, 0, 0 minus cos alpha minus sin alpha, 0 minus sin alpha, it is cos alpha, multiply by minus sign. 1, 0, 0, 0 cos alpha sin alpha, 0 sin alpha cos alpha, that is minus cos alpha, that is the inverse of the matrix here. Now you can see interestingly what it is there. The given matrix and its inverse are exactly same. So sometimes it happens. So this is the method of finding the inverse of the that is third order matrix. Now we'll solve some other problems, possible problems with the exercise. Our fifth video now. We will complete it, we conclude it on the sixth video, which will load it tomorrow. Thank you very much. Please repeat all the problems. If you don't find answer or you find any difficulty, please contact me. You may phone or you may WhatsApp or whatever it may be. Please contact me and make your difficulty clear. Thank you.